of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
Just think where they'd be without all the work he's done from the three-point line today.
George, that's a two-pointer. And that one hits back iron. Tipped away. Lillard from outside. No good there. So the Clippers with the win. Probably a little closer than... All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Giles. And it's Anthony in at the 3. Portland shooting their first foul shot of the night.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. look good as a third scoring option for the team.
Lillard with it. Launches a three. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. It's a three-point game.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look at the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
So it's Portland now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Out to Anthony. The pass to Giant. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Lopez with the block.
And you got to appreciate the length Lopez has. He's effective at using it to stifle shooting.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now here's Giannis. Finds the open look, and it's on target. Giannis has got his second bucket.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Here's Lillard. Feeds to Nurkic. And the rejection by Giannis.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
And you see Middleton on the perimeter a lot, but he's really been trying to add strength to that 6'8" frame so he can mix it up a little more inside.
Middleton hits them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Three-pointer. The rebound by the Bucks. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Anthony, the pass to Giant. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard misses. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Giannis hits it to go on the assist by Lopez. Giannis has got his third bucket of the night. Lillard outside. They need this. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here is Holiday. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Milwaukee leading by 3. Here's Middleton, and he uses the glass on the layup. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden. I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Nurkic, and Norman Powell subbed in for Harry Giant. Jones checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. So it's Portland now. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Oh, great flow to that possession. The two players totally in sync with each other.
There's a minute left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Giannis. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Little comes in for Norman Powell. Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. Little dishes to Jones. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Portis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Portland with the ball, trailing by 5. Simons, the pass to Cantor. And that one drops.
Strong finish by Cantor. The contact doesn't seem to affect his mechanics at all.
Here is Forbes. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the first. Lopez outside. Pass to Tucker. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Covington. And that one goes long.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Cantor's shot is off. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Bucks lead by 3. From This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was asked about his goal.
For me personally, I just...
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become. To stop.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams. They did it very well.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, they've got Portis. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. Here is Forbes. No points in the game yet for him. Connaughton passes to Portis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Portis has got the first basket of the second quarter for the Bucks.
A high percentage shooter from these spots. Portis has tons of confidence in his inside scoring ability.
McCollum left side.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Cantor able to finish.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Portis kicks to Forbes. Takes the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
It's McCollum with the drive. That one good for 2.
McCullough is fantastic at running the screen and roll. He knows how to use the pick to get space to shoot.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. For the Trailblazers, Harry Giles is checked in for Norman Powell. Little comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And then for Milwaukee, Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Middleton with the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Portis has got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks.
What intensity on the glass from Portis. Junkyard dog. He worked so hard for the second chance opportunity.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you. And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. DiVincenzo passes to Portis. Back to DiVincenzo. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here is Lillard. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lillard's got his second basket of the night.
D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving inside.
Here's Holiday. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Lillard from outside. Jones finds Lillard. 1:29 left to play in the first half.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance.
Set up by Lillard's nice feet. I mean, he loves being the quarterback of their offense.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Lillard up top, guarded by Holiday. And Lillard kicks to Giles. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
I like to see this. Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Holiday against Lillard. Lays it up off the glass. Holiday's got 5 points in the quarter.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 5. There's the pass to Anthony. High post shot. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Bucks.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 8 points. And that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the center. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Giles, it's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Look, and when someone's open, Lopez will find him, using his height to see over the defense.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Norman Powell comes in for Giles. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Forbes checked in.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Ball stolen. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
DiVincenzo against McCollum. Jacks up a three, and the three ball is good. McCollum's got 5 now.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. And that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Passes to Middleton. Lopez right side. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And a wide open look for McCollum. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
Here's Giannis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 12 points for him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Derek Jones in for Anthony Simons. And then for Milwaukee, Portis, who's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Bryn Forbes. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Outside Portis. Here's Connaughton. Portis trying to free himself. And there it is for him. Connaughton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bucks. McCollum outside. A 3-ball. Connects from 3-point range. McCollum's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now Tucker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Portis, the pass to Tucker. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Even for a player who's not a 3-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Damian Lillard, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Drew Holiday's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Kanter's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
Holiday looking for an opening. Inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Portis has got 8 points.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Lillard attacking down low. Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Kanter. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Holiday, the pass to Portis. Here's Connaughton. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Doesn't go that time.
He's not an easy man to stop him. He's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
The Trailblazers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throw.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. Holiday with it. And the pass to Connaughton. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Bucks lead by 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Bucks, we've got Antetokounmpo, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Holiday. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Connaughton in at the small forward. Lillard, the pass to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
So impressive. The fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, true, but we'll see if they can keep forging ahead. For now, you got to give them credit for coming back. He doesn't miss many of those on the steal. That's exactly the shot that they were looking for.
Lillard dishes to Powell. 5 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot. 3-pointer, Lillard. He's off on that one. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Here's DiVincenzo. Got a hand on it. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Powell kicks to Lillard. To take the lead. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Entering the NBA, I knew he needed to develop his mid-range game. He did it, and this opened things up for him.
Outside Holiday. Floats it up for Giannis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Kanter. Rebounded by the Bucks. Fast break, Milwaukee. Giannis is running. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Here's Holiday. Lopez right side. No good on that one. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And the basket by McCollum.
He's been a different player since halftime. Coming on strong now.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. That free throw missing. Harry Giles is checked in for Anthony. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Here's McCollum. Pass to Simons. Shoots. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
Love the poise of McCollum. He looks comfortable shooting in crucial moments of the game.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. If this game's still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. See how it plays out, Kevin.
Pass to Giles. Back to Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic. Lillard against Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that's good. Damian Lillard for 3. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead. Giannis inside.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5. And both free throws good for Giannis.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Here is Lillard. McCollum outside. Shoots from the elbow. And that one is off. Now the Bucks take it the other way. It's stolen by Little. Lillard outside. He kicks it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Fires the 3. Rebound by Brook Lopez. Here's Milwaukee now. 4-point game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
And really, from second-round pick to All-Star, Middleton's story, inspirational. Yet even now, it feels like some people continue to sleep on it.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Little. Lillard attacking. It's in!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Here's Giannis. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And so they foul intentionally.
Had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And what I love about Lillard now, I mean, the excellence. He's so consistent. That's how you do it. You come out, you bust your butt, and you compete at a high level every night.
Here's Holiday. It's good. It's tipped. Lets it go from 11. Misses there. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Green. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harris in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. Lillard the pass to Nurkic, and stolen by Jordan. And Harris wide open. He shoots, gets the three-pointer to fall.
You're one of the best shooters in the game, knocking down shots off the pull-up. Woo-hoo, go Joe Harris.
Now Lillard hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And both these teams rely on low post offense, Doris, in a size-on-size matchup. What can make the difference?
Well, smart passing is one of the keys, Kevin. You have to be able to enter the ball into the low post in a way that puts that big in a position to score it. The ball's got to be moving. Can you get it side to side and get the ball inside at the appropriate time?
Lillard against Harden. There's the 3. Jordan with the rebound. The Nets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Now the pass to Harris. Back to Jordan. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Here's McCollum. Great D that time from Irving. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of. And then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Harden against Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. That shot missing. The Nets go the other way with it. And a wide open look for Irving. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Shoots the 3. They get the rebound. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. Jordan with it. Now defended by McCollum. And here's Harris from the arc. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
McCollum against Jordan. McCollum no good. Brooklyn leading by 7. 1:22 left to play in the first quarter. Good on the bucket. Jordan's got 6.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Then for the Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Now, here is Irving. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Over McCollum. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. They double team McCollum. Such a wide open look.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now, here is Irving. Count that one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
To the wing right side. Covington passes to Simons. Irving with the steal. An even 3-on-3 break. Harris, right side. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets going into the break with a 10-point lead. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Brown. Griffin is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Claxton in at the 4. Now here's Griffin. Fires from the wing. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Claxton. Stolen by McCollum. Simons, the pass to McCollum. The wide open shot by Little. McCollum. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
The tray. No good. Shot missing. And the Trailblazers going the other way. McCollum passes to Little. And it's Little finishing it off.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Here's Chiosa. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And there's the pass to Claxton. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Superb defense, guys. No way he's going to let him get off a clean look at the basket.
A different look now for Portland. Derek Jones comes in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for McCollum. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Here's Cancer. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Son LaMarcus Aldridge. Shay, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Here's Lillard. James Harden picking up that last basket. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
To the inside. Here's Irving. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Now here's Irving after the miss from Damian Lillard. And James Harden hits from deep. Harden's got the lead up to 12 now for Brooklyn.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Now, here's Lillard. Kicks to Cantor. To the left side wing. Lillard outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Here's Lillard following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving.
Very good presence of mind by Cantor right there. Good at taking contact and finishing through it.
Irving drives in from 13. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
There's the feed to Brown. It's stolen by Jones. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Kicks it out to Harden. Passes it to Jordan. Back to Harden. That one wide left. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Jones, no luck.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And so it's... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Brooklyn did not hesitate to set the pace. Their exceptional focus and all around.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And it's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the three spot.
Potent with and without the ball, McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Lillard against Harden, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. On defense, the Trailblazers, they trail by 11. Harden the pass to Griffin, and stolen by Lillard. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball. No good with the triple.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Outside Griffin. Back to Harris. Fires for three. And the rebound by Nurkic. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from McCollum.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Now here's Harden. 9 points in the game so far. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Jordan kicks to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Had the space there, but it's offline. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Here is Harden following a score by Damian Lillard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. The Nets also changing it up. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden.
Well, this is the night you look at your teammates and tap them on the back and say, good job, because for him, he's been struggling all night. I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Here's Irving, following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Right side, Irving. Green against Anthony. Fades. Portland grabs the miss. And now Portland on the break. Here's Giles. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
Oh, tenacious attack by Irving. The handle, the speed. Look out.
McCollum against Irving. From deep three-point range. Portland with a new 14. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Luwawu. Basket counts. Luwawu's got his first basket of the night.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
McCollum with the ball. Picked up by Aldridge. Giles, that's good.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Harris outside. To the middle. After Luwawu. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Irving. The rebound by Giles. And here's Portland. They're on a 14-6 run. Powell dishes to McCollum. Bangs home the trifecta. And now just a 2-point Nets lead.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Outside Irving. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
The evolution of Kyrie Irving's game continues. Magnificent with the jumper.
And here's McCollum for 3. The shot, no good. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Nets up by 4 from Portland. We're back in a moment. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Brooklyn leading by 4. Setting the floor for the Nets. Kyrie Irving is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Green. And it's Claxton in at the 4 spot. And it's Irving missing. Simons, the pass to Cannon. Over to the wing. That one doesn't go. Nice D from Aldridge. And for the Nets, they're shooting in this game 45%. Harris finds Aldridge, and Aldridge slams it in.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Here's Simons, covered by Irving. Out to the right wing. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harden's checked in. little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Here's Cantor. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Harden outside. Aldridge, no one around him. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Lillard against Harden. This one for three. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Damian Lillard.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Harden scanning the floor. Good work there as it goes. And the Nets lead by 7.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Lillard, right side, to the paint. Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Well, this is Enes Kanter's comfort zone. At the rack in a hurry.
Nets leading by 5. Harden with it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his third foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. 13 feet away. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Count it. Now just a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Harden outside. In the corner, Irving with it. Back to Harden. 5 to shoot. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in for Green. Stolen by McCollum. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Here's Anthony. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard misses. Nets leading by 3. Here's Irving. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
We all know that Irving wants to be the man to hit that shot, and when he takes it, he usually finds a way to finish.
Here's Lillard. That shot, no good. Good D by Jordan. The Nets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Harden dishes to Jordan. A 3. Harden can't hit. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Anthony finds Cantor. Blake Griffin pulls it in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Anthony in the corner. McCollum outside. Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
Harden the pass to Irving. Back to Harden. And the pass to Irving from deep. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Kyrie Irving is capable of going shot for shot.
The Blazers on offense. 3-pointer, Lillard. But they get it back. Anthony, good!
And this is why Melo gets the big bucks. A lot of players will shy away from an important shot, but Melo wanted to be in that position.
Lillard misses. So it's the Nets picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubats in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And here's McCollum for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Here's Jackson. Portland making their last shot. Here's Leonard. Rebound by Nurkic.
know it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
2 shots. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Batum against Covington. Here's Leonard. No good again that time.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going. And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. They get it back. Goes back up. Powell down low. Leonard's there. Nurkic can't hit.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Lillard attacking in the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Clippers trail by 10. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Passes it to Kennard. Back to Rondo. 5 on the clock. Off target from 3-point range. Portland leading by 10. Now here's Powell. He's got 5. The pass to Simons. He kicks to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
And yes, it's good.
Right now, Rondo just cutting through there with not much effort, and the speed took over.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And boy, are they attacking the paint. And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Here's Simons after Rajon Rondo's bucket. And Rondo sends it back.
An average shot blocker. The key for Rondo is to know when to leap up for those rejections, that time using length.
McCollum outside, inside. Covington passes to McCollum. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range. McCollum's got 9. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Portland. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Trailblazers enjoying a nice lead here.
On the attack right from the tip. They've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's McCollum. D right on him. The rebound by Patterson.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Rondo can't get it to go. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. And it's McCollum off the drive. Kanter finds Jones. Back to Kanter. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And the wide open shot from Morris. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Trailblazers leading by 14. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to McCollum. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from George. Here's Leonard, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Little comes in for McCollum, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Batum's checked in. Here's Lillard, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Outside, Batum, and again it's the Clippers missing.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Here's Lillard, and the rejection by Zubac. Jackson finds Batum. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And George with the stuff.
Paul George rising up. Nice to see a little bit of that return to the younger days from PG.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Here's Leonard, banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
That's Kawhi pushing the action all by himself there, attacking inside and starting to take charge.
Here's Lillard, and the rejection by Zubac.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Lillard, right side. Out to Anthony. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Anthony sends it back.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
Here's Jones. And just miss after miss right now. Clippers trail by 7. Leonard finds Zubac. Stolen by Kansas. And here's the fast break. Here's Lillard. Made that one only his 4th of this game after firing 10 times from the floor.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on 1 of them.
Outside, Batum. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They've led by as many as 14 points. And it's Little finishing it off.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Jackson. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Jackson against Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Jackson, and he makes good on the layup.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Now Lillard, 10 points for him. Beyond the arc. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
This is what you're going to get with Lillard. He's a gunner. And right now, he's gunning from deep range.
And so it's Portland up by a... Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 13 points and 2 rebounds. And that...
Pull it back, Kobe. Rest in peace to the mom and baby GG. I know.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in a shooting guard. Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Here's Jackson. Makes it off the glass. Jackson's got 8 points.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Lillard against Jackson. And Lillard kicks to Covington. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Batum's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's George. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Simons, he's checked in for Portland. Back to Morris. Shot clock at 5. Los Angeles with another miss. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. A 12-point game.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
McCollum against Kennard. Cullen passes to Nurkic. Over Kennard. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Nurkic has got the lead up to 14 now for Portland. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason. A year ago, a lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Powell finds McCollum, jacks up a three. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Up again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
Clippers trail by 16. Here's man. Outside Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
McCollum outside. Passes to Simons. Leonard with the steal. Morris passes to Leonard.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line, just a shade under 90%.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Portland leading by 12. And here's McCollum. 9 points in the game so far. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Even though McCollum's a little bit thin, he doesn't mind taking the contact and moving away from it before scoring.
The Trailblazers shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Clippers trail by 15. 56 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Rondo, and that one is good. Rondo's got 6.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
McCollum with the ball. He's got 12. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cantor trying to free himself up. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 5 points now this quarter.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Rondo can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 15. The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first free throw is good.
The 2013 draft comes up, and the 10th pick is announced as C.J. McCollum out of Lehigh. And a lot of people said, who is this guy? Not a lot of people say that now.
Outside Rondo. And the layup's good off the glass. 8 points for him.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Here's McCollum. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers riding a 15-point lead at the end. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. Well, you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Portland. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Jones in at the 3. Now here's Lillard. Takes a 3. count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Yeah, all night long, he's just been on it. He's feeling it, and Lillard will start to call his own number in some of these sets.
Rondo kicks to Patterson. It's stolen by Jones. The pass to Anthony. Outside, Jones. Portland moving the ball around. Three-pointer, Lillard. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Jackson looking around. And the dunk by Jackson.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Now Lillard. Lets it go from deep. But they'll get another chance. The three. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got 10 points in just the second half. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Derek Jones. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Zubac is checked in for Patrick Patterson. Pass to McCollum. There's the triple. Portland again missing. Clippers trail by 17. George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. George with the bucket.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Lillard against Jackson. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Leonard. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Jackson against Lillard. 6 to shoot. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Leonard can't get it to go. He's made 4 and just missed his 4th. Lillard against Zubac. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lillard's got 12 points here in the second half.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Trailblazers.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Damian Lillard.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
You wonder if Paul George finally has a situation here where he could show why he's an elite player, why he's an all-star, but to pay off how hungry he is to prove it with a late postseason run.
McCollum against George. Rebound by the Clippers.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Drills it from outside.
Yeah, Paul George, no problem pulling up well behind the three-point line to knock him down.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
That one from long range. And the Trailblazers lead by 11. George looking around. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. To the inside. Leonard with the steal. Lets the three fly. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor. Completely